Friday, everybody!
Hey, happy Friday!
Dang, it is Friday,
Right?
isn't it?
Thank
Finally.
God,
Finally.
mercy.
What
We're recording Nerd Talk, so I mean,
Man.
it's
So it
gotta be
has
Friday.
to be.
What a week!
Or it could be. It might not be Friday.
If it wasn't Friday, it'd be very, very odd reason for.
See,
a
where
show.
would you be right now if it wasn't Friday? What part of what part of the world?
In this chair still.
Yeah.
I right here. I would be right here. I wouldn't have moved. I'd be just like this, headphones on and everything, doing work.
It'd be out west somewhere, like past Hawaii,
Yeah.
Out west,
Australia.
Australia.
the land of the rising sun.
Sing.
I don't know. I'm live right here.
Glorious
It's your
Nippon.
phone.
It's my fault.
I love it. I
Glorious
don't why
Nippon.
don't you call your best friends? See if they can help you out.
You've never heard anyone say that, Bree?
No.
It's not racist. It's just mildly racist. But
That's right.
Glorious Nippon?
yeah. Never mind.
I don't have a clue.
It's
Anyway,
the land of the rising sun. He asked where would I be. It's like Japan
Japan.
because it's
Japanese.
I'm making that trip.
Japan.
That's cool.
So anyway, sorry we were out last week. We
Yeah.
had 2 cast members that were
Are you
deathly ill.
actually sorry?
Actually, I am. I don't like missing shows.
You were the sick one.
No, Jeff was a
I-
sick. Well,
I-
I was.
I-
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was sick.
It was not pretty.
So yeah,
Yeah.
me and Bree were here, showed up on time and everything.
Right? I mean,
Well, why didn't you bring do the show then?
I was gonna say what if I would have watched.
Because the
What's
show,
the excuse now?
The show does not always have to go on. Besides, 2 people make it very unfun.
I don't know. I was listening to you guys do your spot today, and that one almost went 20 minutes.
That's because I'm.
Yeah,
hilarious.
that was a lot longer than I
15
expected.
Minutes.
Yeah, it shouldn't be
It
that
didn't even-
long.
it didn't-
5 minutes.
yeah.
It didn't even break 15.
I almost wrote a like a script. I
Okay, all you want.
think I need to do that.
Okay,
next
so
time.
Anyway.
we have some interesting points tonight. Tonight we're gonna talk about. You gonna turn that down?
I will. Thank you.
Tonight we're gonna talk about if we could sit down with one actor,
Yep.
who would it be?
Actor from TV.
TV.
Right.
TV movie doesn't
Not TV movie.
Oh, okay. Well, that
Yeah.
would have changed. it.
But
Okay.
you know, first, Dill and Bree went and saw Jumanji.
No,
Ooh.
we were gonna do the picks first.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we were.
I don't think we're gonna
Okay.
have time, but okay.
I think we'll have plenty of time.
Okay, so Dill,
Yes,
let's start with you.
we're starting with me.
Yeah.
All right. We're bringing in the main man here. My pick. I would want to sit down with this man and watch Zombieland again, because man, he had such a fun time in that movie. I feel there's a lot of stories that.
Zombieland, huh?
Yeah, right here. Ta-da!
See, he he knows him from Zombieland. I remember him from Cheers.
And
Yeah, of course. But the
And
thing
see,
is,
I wasn't a Cheers fan, so I could care less. I
thing
know
is
him. I know him from Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson quite a few times has explained how much he loved making Zombieland because it was a lot of driving to get to a lot of those areas that they shot in. But they rode just like they saw in the movie. A lot of that footage that you see was them actually driving from location to location. So
That's a good way to do it.
A
Is that
lot of-
actually Bill Murray's house?
I think so. I want to say it is. I'm
Really?
pretty sure it is.
That was pretty cool. That's the best part of the
But like the
movie.
conversations that they were having in the car were actual legitimate conversations they were having. Only a few of them were scripted. Some of them were just like them all dicking around. Like, you know, the one where they all passed out and it's just like Tallahassee sitting there and he like looks at all of them, like pokes a few of them just to make sure as he's driving. That was completely unscripted. He was just, are you guys asleep? Poke.
That's pretty
Yep,
cool.
you're asleep. So the fact as well as he still wants Zombieland 2 to happen an unbelievable amount. I feel like there'd be a lot more stories that like got left out that were cut out and like stupid stuff that him and Jesse Eisenberg did when they were driving down the road in the Hummer. I felt like there'd be a lot more funny stories behind those. So that was my reasoning.
Yeah, that was a funny movie.
It was. I liked
At
that.
Halloween, I wanted to put a 3 on the side of my Hummer. I had the same Hummer. So
That would be cool.
Just without the guns in the back.
that's what you
Because
think.
he had a small arsenal.
How do you know I ain't got guns back there?
I live with you.
That's what yeah, but you don't know it all, Bubby.
Did you make me and Cage clean your car?
Not yet. You should though. That should be at every week. Remember on the weekends?
No, I work for you. I help out already.
Yes.
I help out already.
I help out plenty.
That doesn't count. No. Work and home stuff is separate.
No.
Yeah,
There's an
I
explanation
agree.
that changes all of that. But so, Pops, what is your?
Well, I'm Bill Murray.
Really?
I love Bill
So no,
Murray.
I'm shocked.
I know. Why?
Because I honestly I thought your number one go-to would have either been Christopher Reeve because you're the huge Superman fan,
Yeah.
or Linda Carter with
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
And what movie would you want to watch with Mr. Murray?
Oh, Caddyshack.
I love this. He's negotiating with it.
That is good.
I thought as Bree's like, oh, that's the best thing for Caddyshack. I'm like, yep, absolutely.
That's good. That's a great movie.
This sums up Caddyshack
it
very,
does,
very
too.
quickly.
Well, I mean, okay. So when I was making my decision, I like Christopher Reeves. He's not my favorite Superman.
Who would be your favorite?
The new one.
So you like
Really?
Mr. Cavill, don't
Yeah,
you?
Cavill. He's
Okay.
to me he's
All right.
Superman. He's got
really
that
good.
look, you know.
Okay.
Stoic.
And as far as Linda Carter, I couldn't control myself. So I would wind up
know
in.
watching
I would
the
either.
movie.
I would be like Sheldon. I'd either have a restraining order or in jail.
Yeah,
One of the two, or divorced because my wife would kill me. So my ultimate is Bill Murray. I love Bill Murray. Bill Murray, is, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the best damn actors.
Does Bill Murray have any regrets?
Filming Zombieland.
No, Garfield maybe.
Oh, Garfield maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah.
said
But
that
he
in,
is-
he
In Zombieland.
He said that in
Yeah.
Zombieland. He's like, yeah. They're like, oh, he's like, do you have any regrets? And he's like, Garfield maybe. And I'm like,
Really?
that's fair. That's fair. That movie
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah.
They all of them did. I don't know why they made more.
Yeah, they were
I
weird.
didn't realize they made more than one.
They did, and he was contracted, so he couldn't,
Yeah.
Right.
kind
It's-
of couldn't
sucks.
really
Can't
get
break
out of
the
it. And
contract.
He's just like, he's like, it hurts. I don't want to be a fat cat. Oh God.
Or
But he
a voice
was.
of a fat cat.
Those you say the voice of a fat
Yeah.
cat,
Yeah.
which is a shame because he's a great voice actor too. But not lucky. So Bree, we're gonna go to you now.
All right. I would like to watch Arrow with Emily Bett Rickards, who is Felicity Smoke, because I feel like her and I are very similar. Aside from the fact that she is a super Mondo computer nerd and I don't have any of that, but like just the nerdy, and I love her. She is fantastic. She is amazing.
I don't
Right.
like Arrow. Arrow had Deathstroke in it. It was an okay iteration of Deathstroke.
I like Manu Bennett a lot. Like
I
a lot.
was really disappointed with. They're like, oh man, we finally caught Deathstroke, and I mean the same episode they caught him. They're like, by the way, we lost him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, 10
But then they had him caught for a
out
long time.
of 10. So they thought. But then he's like, I'm just chilling. He's like, I'm not actually. He's like, these were my guys that picked me up, not your guys. I'm like, wow. You guys got fooled by the police are coming, and the guys in the Party City costumes came. We're picking him up. He's going to jail, and then
Going to jail.
yeah.
and then they ended up going to their private yacht where Lex Luthor's now sitting, and he's going to cause some issues for Justice League.
See, and Arrow isn't even one of my favorite movies. I just like her, and I think watching the show with her would be interesting.
She's
Because-
actually a very beautiful lady.
Oh, she is gorgeous. But if we could pick anybody living or dead, I would pick Audrey Hepburn in like every single movie ever.
Yeah.
But
So if we did Dead, oh, that's different.
yeah,
Dead is
that's why I stuck with Alive.
Yeah.
Because Dead, there's Charlie
Yeah.
Chaplin.
I don't know. I think he was a freak.
Oh, he was super weird. But
I
yeah.
just don't know if I could do him.
Yeah. Anyway.
If he wasn't so salty about it, I would have chosen James Earl Jones and watched Star Wars, like all of Star Wars. But after the line he gave in Big Bang Theory, I immediately realized, okay, he doesn't like being the voice of Darth Vader that much. He's like, I've been in other movies, right? And Sheldon's just like, yeah. He's like, you don't care, do you? And Sheldon just says no, and he's just like, you stupid nerds. I'm like, wow, all right, fine, then I don't want to see a movie with you anyway.
All right. So who's left? Oh, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Okay, Jeff.
All right. So
Jeff is 2.
I have two because I just couldn't choose. So I picked one male and one female. And my male would be Michael Richards, probably from Seinfeld. The guy, I would love to just sit and watch Seinfeld with him. It's a great show to begin with, But I think he would make it 10 times funnier just sitting there watching it with him. My female one, I was going to choose Linda Carter, but I really thought you would choose her.
I'm smarter than
And I didn't want to copy, so I went with a show that I like, but I'm not like an uber fan. I have friends of mine that are big fans of Star Trek. I like Next Generation.
But we as individuals understand that
Yeah.
Star Wars is better.
Star Wars is way better. But I did go through a Next Generation phase, and I would have to say for that, if I was going to sit and watch that show, I would have to choose Marina Sirtis, Troy, only because it's Troy. I mean, there's no other why else would I mean.
I thought you were going to go 7 of 9, but okay.
I like Troy, and I would sit with Data too, but for a female, I would choose Troy.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's interesting.
there you go.
See,
And
I just
if
thought
we're
about
doing
one.
Dead, I would have to do Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh.
I would love to just sit there and watch every
But
movie
he's not a
with him.
character.
He is. He is in all his own movies.
Oh, is he? Well, then
He's
why
in-
not Stan Lee?
He's in every. You could do Stan
You
Lee.
do Stanley. I would say he plays.
Alfred Hitchcock is in
credited as
every
Stan
single
Lee.
movie he's ever done. He's in.
And I just thought about Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool.
That would be fantastic.
That would be
Because
hysterical.
here's the
would be
thing:
good.
is he would
Yeah.
wear the suit while watching
He
it.
would.
He'd be like, "Oh, we're watching this together. Okay, hold on," and he'd come back in the suit with a thing of popcorn, and sit down, and
no,
are you ready?
he'd come with tacos.
Chimichangas.
Chimichangas. I love chimichangas.
That I wish I had thought about that, but I like her, and I think that she would enhance the show.
Yeah, and that was my
And-
feeling towards
yeah,
Woody
that was
Harrelson. I'm like
my-
Woody Harrelson would sit here and go, "So let me tell you something
Right.
about this scene."
Exactly. Yeah.
That wasn't as fun as it thought it was.
Yeah, exactly. You see, it may look like I had a lot of fun firing the gun into the air for a solid minute and a half, but I'll have you know I messed up 15 times. I'm like, no, that was you messing up on purpose, so you just keep doing it. And then it's, yes,
I would do
probably.
that, too.
Fair enough. Done.
Yeah.
It all works.
In
Yeah.
the end.
So,
In the end.
So I think I had the best guy.
all right. Well,
Bill Murray is
Bill Murray was
fantastic.
good. He
He's
was in
Bill
Zombieland.
F.
I don't know,
Murray.
call your friends and ask them.
I-
Inside joke.
I keep forgetting. Who did Bill Murray play in Zombieland?
Bill
himself.
Murray. When you can play yourself in somebody else's movie as yourself, you know you've made it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
You're there.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're gonna jump over to the Jumanji review
Yes, me and Bree
because it's
saw
pretty good. So
Jumanji.
Bree
Really?
and Dylan, yeah, they
Not a big Jumanji fan, but
Have you seen the new one yet?
I haven't. I saw.
It
of course, saw
definitely
the original,
it
but-
definitely hangs on nostalgia factor. If you
To a degree, but
if you
my
didn't enjoy the first one, you're not going to enjoy some of the elements of it.
Mm-hmm.
The acting alone, I feel it carries it because the acting was really really fun.
But
it
it's
was
not a
enjoyable.
sequel, correct?
no,
Okay, so
It's-
that is good.
Well,
it's like a continuation.
it is a sequel, but has nothing to do with the original characters.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
So
It
it's
may-
its own separate characters, but
Oh yeah, you
a
can
continuation of the original.
you can absolutely
Yes.
see
Good, all right.
see the new one without seeing the first one.
Cool.
Yeah, my dad
And
did.
you're not going to be lost.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and play that. We'll be back in a moment.
For movie review of Jumanji.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
wow. Well, we sounded very enthusiastic, but
Right?
yes, me and Bree went and saw Jumanji.
And it was amazing. It's worth it. You should all go see it.
I'll have you know that every poster I went to try and find was in Spanish for some stupid reason. And
Really?
I was slightly perturbed about it. I saw it pulled up over here, and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, I don't know why they were all in Spanish of all
That's
things.
bizarre. I wonder if it came out there first. Maybe. That's weird.
Make sure they didn't offend anybody with the forest or something.
Well, before we get into it, how many thumbs up would you give it?
I get 4 out
4?
of 5.
When I left the movie, I would have given it 4.5, and now I give it 3 because I nitpicked it too much.
I took it as a Jumanji movie. Did not take any part of it seriously. Basically, the only thing I made it lost like half a thumbs up because obviously there's no Robin Williams. But That's understandable. It
Right.
made good cameos to the first one, which was very, very nice.
It did.
It had his tree house, which I thought was really, really cool.
I wish we had had a tour of that. A little bit.
That would say a little more than just I can make margaritas and that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did like that they acknowledged how the game becomes a video game.
Right, yeah, he looks at the board game, he's like, no one does no one does this, and the game goes,
Yeah.
It's time to upgrade.
Yes, I like that they did that. That was I was really nervous about that all of a sudden it was just going to be a video game.
Yeah, no, they answered that question pretty nicely.
They did. That was one of the few questions they answered really well,
Mm-hmm.
but there were a lot of other things that they did not answer.
Nitpickies.
I am nitpicking. I don't think we had enough time with the teenage characters before we got the game characters. I think we could have had a little bit more time with them to learn their quirks and their characteristic, just so that we could appreciate better
And that's where
how well
I
the older
actually
actors did.
disagree with you on that one.
Yeah,
Only for the fact of the characters themselves, the kids were very, very bland.
they were. They were very
None
much
of them had
gamer
any,
nerd.
They had no depth to them. It was you have nerd, jock, popular, book nerd. That was it. Done.
Exactly.
You had nothing else. There was no in depth. There was no hatreds, no loves, no. Oh man, I fight for this. I do this for this. No, it's just
Right.
I'm just in high school.
No major strong feelings, except for Nerd Boy being afraid of squirrels, which they didn't answer.
Yeah, that one they didn't
Like-
answer. He's just has a legitimate phobia. It's just an
Squirrels.
unexplainable fear of squirrels,
And that just doesn't make any sense.
in which he fell from a freaking tree because of it.
Yeah,
Why?
that was really weird.
It's a squirrel. You've been in this monstrous body known as the Rock for like, all right. You're climbing a tree, right? And you see a squirrel, but this is your body. I don't think you care. I think you're just
Right?
gonna punch that squirrel, and that squirrel's gonna blow up
Like
into
you
a
could just
million
flick
pieces.
it and it's gone. It's okay.
That bicep is the size of my head, so yeah, no,
Yes.
I'm not. No. Squirrels ain't nothing. Just done.
It was they did really really good with the adult game characters of the teenagers. They did
Absolutely.
fantastic. And I liked that the game characters were the exact opposite of each of their original characters.
Yep.
That was awesome. That gave them something to work towards, because you knew that they were going to pick up traits from the
from their
super
characters.
hardcore Rock and Karen Gillan as Ruby Roundhouse, that she was going to rub off on the little mousy book nerd.
And then we of course have the eighth wonder of the world, Jack Black playing a 16-year-old girl inside of his 40-year-old body,
That was
and still rocking it
fantastic.
because he's just like because he played it so perfectly.
They really did. Her reaction to having a male body was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
I'm in an overage middle man's body.
Oh no, I mean when she had to go pee.
Oh, exactly.
And then when she was looking at Nick Jonas, or whichever Jonas it is, and she's like, "Oh, this thing's exciting."
Oh my god, that was one hell of a moment.
That was pretty fantastic.
I laughed really hard at that part.
There were a lot of those. There were a lot of big belly laughs.
Yeah, exactly.
It,
It
like-
was something that it would catch you off guard, and you wouldn't. You'd like I don't understand why I laughed so hard, because I'm just like wait I think it was just because I wasn't expecting Jack Black to blurt
Yes.
something like that out, because to see that phrase come out of Jack Black's mouth almost almost made me think he's gonna take soap to his mouth like 30 seconds after.
Come look at my
And
penis.
cut. I didn't just say that.
That was awesome.
No, yeah,
he
was
did.
fantastic.
He really was. He was amazing. Another one of my wishes, I wouldn't say it's something that I didn't like about the movie, but that I wish they had done more, was I wish they had made them better video game characters. Like, because they would run super fast or climb super fast. But they didn't really, they could have taken advantage of the fact that they're
Are
in
you
a
sure about
video
that?
game world. They did ish.
All right, so I'm gonna point out she is almost 5 feet, almost 4.5 feet
Oh,
off the
yeah.
ground.
Yeah. Ruby Roundhouse, Karen Gillan was amazing.
Okay,
And
that's,
she did a
people
lot.
Can't do that.
Right.
And she also
had-
flew 20 feet forward like that.
She did. And she was pretty cool. And then her dance fighting, that was super cool. I didn't see how that was dancing, but it was cool.
I did, but like it was like I didn't understand. I'm glad they explained what dance fighting was. I'm just like,
Yeah.
that was dance fighting, and also I'm like, oh,
Right. I thought it was just going to be like
All
some
right, that's
weird
fair.
ballroom dancing thing. That's not what I was expecting.
Dun 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 dun.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That about sums it up perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were relatively unrealistic with the characters and what they could do, which made it definitely more video game esque.
It did. I wish that what's his name? That Kevin Hart. I wish he had had some super random skill, because he had no skills. Like one of his weaknesses was strength and cake.
Cake.
But I wish he had had a super random skill. That would have been super, like just something totally.
I mean,
off
he
the
had
wall.
that. He had the zoologist skill where he just knew everything about every animal they saw. So it was
That's
just like,
true, and that was pretty cool.
I was like, him seeing a snake. Why do I know that?
And I love their reactions, and his reaction to knowing something that he wouldn't normally know.
Yeah, exactly.
Was awesome.
I don't know that in real life.
But why do I know that now?
Exactly.
I did like that. That was cool.
I still think the snake scene was my favorite. Who's good at staring? Amazing at it.
Yes.
And then Peter about, I'm not amazing at it.
That's not and then that wasn't even what they needed to do.
No, the snake was just something they need to throw away from it so they can get into the bottom of the thing. It's like, this
Yup.
objective is not what you think it is. Oh, I wonder why.
Right?
Go figure.
Yeah, because that's a video game. I wish they had more video game levels, but that would have made the movie longer. And
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
that.
I liked how the map did it. The map showed the levels across it and showed the level loading. So it was like level 1-1, level
Right.
1-2, level 1-3. And that was really cool because that's how a lot of video games today are still done. Is when we refer to it, we refer by chapter number and then level number within the chapter. So it would be chapter 1, level 1, chapter 1, level 2. So it was a nice homage to how they did that.
It did. And I liked the cutscene at the beginning, when they first got to the video game world, the cutscene to give a little bit of backstory about
The
Van
NPC
Pelt.
that's walking up and he's like oh I've been looking for you everywhere, get in, and he quickly gives everyone a description as they talk to him. It's basically it reminds you of whenever like a second player or a third player chimes in, when you hit start, their dialogue would appear at the bottom.
Right.
And would welcome them to the game just like it did for player one when they entered in. So that one was pretty accurate.
It was. I liked that they did that. One question I had is, why did Van Pelt have control of the stone when he didn't actually physically possess it? Why did he still have control over all the animals? Because that was super weird, like watching that stuff crawl out of him.
Right. Yeah. It was something like, he doesn't have the stone, so he shouldn't have the power anymore necessarily.
Right.
But I guess the idea was when he took the stone, it cursed him. That was the curse of the jungle.
Okay.
And it cursed the entire
when it took
thing.
it out,
So
and then when it got put back in, the curse was
the
broken.
curse was lifted and lifted his powers from him, which in
Okay.
reality just they all got absorbed out of the game, and haha, we win.
Right. And that
Easy
I
mode.
can understand that. I don't think I had any other major. I wish they had explained Vreek's family a little bit better. The first boy that got sucked in. Like, they didn't really acknowledge it aside from that old man Vreek's house.
It's crazy. It's the crazy guy's house.
Yeah, and that was all it was. It was just, it's the crazy guy's
It
house.
was Freak's house because they changed Greek to Freak, and they're like, it's Freak House.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of backstory. I liked the cameos there. I don't want to spoil anything too heavily. Then again, the movies.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the movie's almost out of theaters now, so
Right.
you're all running out of time.
A little bit of spoilers in here.
I was gonna say.
I have a question because I don't remember in the first Jumanji game when they beat the game. Did Robin Williams turn back into a boy? Did he go back where he went into the game?
Yes, it
Okay.
rewinded actually. It rewinded time all the way back to when they just first started playing the game.
Okay,
So it
but
was him and that girl sitting across from him. He saw the black eye. He's looking at the board
Right.
game, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then he immediately goes, "Where are the two kids?" And they're like, and she's like, "Whoa!" She's like, "We're kids again, but they're not even born yet."
the two of them remembered.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's right. It's
because
been a long
they
time.
were saying
since
they were
I've
the
seen
person
it.
who started the game, but people who joined
Right.
the game don't remember it.
What about the two younger children, Kirsten Dunst and the little boy? Do they remember it when they're older?
No,
No.
they weren't.
Okay.
They weren't born yet, and they weren't someone who started the game.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
assuming it's the the time gap is what fixed that one. It's
Okay.
if they were alive, I think they would have remembered it.
Okay.
But it definitely
the
is
kids-
weird because the kids in the video game remembered it. But then again, they started the game a different time.
They started, and there was a player that they couldn't play because that player was already
right,
in
and that was their
play.
missing piece.
Okay, and because it's the difference between a board game and a video game too.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
starting in a board game is a little more difficult than just adding 2 quarters to this machine, hitting start
Right.
and joining in right next to them. That kind of
Exactly.
that would make sense with the video game. But for a board game, you're not going to join a game of Monopoly and that's 20 minutes in already. You're so
Right.
far behind. You
Exactly.
don't have a snowball chance in hell to win.
Exactly.
Whereas in the video game, it's like, I'll join in and help you out.
Yes.
So okay.
I really liked how much they grew by the end of the movie. That was really cool. I mean, you knew it
Character
was going to
development
happen.
was
Yes.
spot on.
It was amazing. I'm glad that they didn't get too much into the romance, but I wish that it hadn't been in it at all, honestly.
It was in the first one, so they wanted to continue.
It was a little bit. And it was just a subtle nod to it in the first one as well.
I mean, they got married in the first one,
Oh, that's right.
and it was they had married and
Right.
they owned the house together still. They bought the house and he stayed in his dad's house and they
Right.
kept it nice and pristine and whatnot.
That's
So-
true.
I guess it was kind of a playoff of that. It was pushing the love interest thing.
Right. And at least it was subtle because they're still young. They're just teenagers. They don't need
Exactly.
all the
They're
lovey-dovey and
high
crap.
school. She's working on being a valedictorian.
Yeah. And they don't know how to kiss each other.
Yeah,
They were all
so-
awkward. That was hysterical.
That was incredibly accurate.
That was awesome. Yeah, that's
Some
what
of the
first
moments
kisses are.
So some of those moments reminded me of my friends in real life. And I'm just thinking here like, man, that's Sean. That's Sean if I've ever seen Sean.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be fun seeing Sean get his first girlfriend. It's definitely gonna be fun.
It was overall, I would give it a high mark, but nitpicking it lost a little bit.
I think if you treat it like a Jumanji movie and take it because this is
Mm-hmm.
not the first style movie they come out with. They came out with Jumanji, but they also had another one called Zathura.
Right.
Same
that was
studio.
similar.
Yeah, it was incredibly similar. It was the whole space idea,
Right.
except it all actually happened. It all did the same thing with with time lapses and whatnot.
And I never saw that.
It was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely had the same humor as Jumanji did,
Right.
and the same risks and whatnot.
And that's why everybody thinks it's a sequel, even though it's not
It
even
just made by
a
the same.
part of it.
It just made by the same studio.
And
They're
I
like,
want to
"We can
read
do
the
it part two."
book. Did you know there's a Jumanji book that was written in the early 80s? I want to read the book.
I'm not a fan of reading, but
I hope that it's a lot different because it's hard for me to read a book after seeing the movie.
right. Actually, I don't think I have that much of an issue because I like reading and I like seeing like all the differences. I'm like, well, that's not the same.
Right. See, and I don't like those differences.
Yeah, I
That's
sit here
my
thinking,
problem
like, I
with
like
it.
the movie because people will normally like what they saw better.
Right. If you see it's whichever one you experience first. If you see the movie first, you like the movie first. If you read the book first, you like the book better.
Right. Well, we're running out of time, so
Yes,
Bree,
we are.
you're giving
I will change it to a solid 4. I will give it a solid 4.
4 out of 5.
Yeah.
And then I'm also doing a 4 out of 5 because that was solid. It was a good movie. It was overall
It was.
fun. I enjoyed it.
It was a lot of laughs.
No big complaints here.
Yep. I agree.
Okay, well, back to everyone on the set. We'll see. All right.
Hey.
That was
are
good.
back.
So
I
for
mean, it was a little long, but we did all right.
so you were 3.5 thumbs up.
Nah, I can convince you to go back to 4.
I started at 4.5 when I left. I was at 3 when I started the review, and I went back up to 4.
Okay.
I couldn't give it the 4.5 again, but it got 4.
I am a convincing individual.
Yeah. Okay.
A little bit of
Says why.
reasoning.
He
I
can
think
tell
it was, look, I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but it looks funny.
It is. It is very funny. The funny is what makes it better.
Okay.
The funny saves it, I think. It's
So who's the funniest? Jack Black?
Jack Black, hands down.
Absolutely. There is no contest. It is the eighth wonder of the world. The
He's
Eighth wonder of
the
world.
16-year-old on a 40-year-old's body.
But Kevin Hart was pretty good. But Kevin Hart was just Kevin Hart. He was his typical Kevin Hart.
Wow,
And but
fast
Jack
talking
Black was so
comedy.
much better because he's a man, but he's a little girl.
Okay, so I'm just asking because I'm weird. Did he have to go to the bathroom?
He
Yes,
did. There's
he
a
did.
whole scene about that one.
Oh, is there really?
It is
There's an entire.
hysterical.
We actually mentioned
We
mentioned
did.
in it.
I know.
is
I just
so
wanted
funny.
I wanted to
She had 'cause
expand on that.
yeah.
the girl had not a clue how any of that
Yeah,
worked.
she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and
They're
then she's like, oh, this is fun. I have a handle. It was awesome.
That's what you do. You handle it. Hello.
It was funny, and whatever Karen Gillan's name was in the movie, and her original name, she was like, "Come look at my penis," because she was so excited. Jack
Sorry,
Black.
Gil.
It was Jack Black saying that.
Yeah. Well, in a way, that kind of reminds me of that movie where, what is his name? Oh, jeez. Anyway, he was a girl, turned into a girl, a pretty girl or something like that. See, one of the comedians that was in. You can do it. What's that guy's name?
Adam Sandler?
No. But
Oh, Rob Schneider?
Rob Schneider. He turned into a girl.
Oh,
That
Shallow
was-
Hal.
No, that's
No.
Jack Black.
Yeah, that's Jack.
Rob,
Black.
Oh yeah, it was.
I know what you're talking about.
Rob Schneider is a
Dylan,
woman.
Google.
I am.
Or somebody.
Rob
Schneider.
Schneider
We
as
haven't seen him in a long time.
Girl.
But I mean, this is one of Jack Black's first movies in a while. Aside from voicing
the hot chick.
Poe,
hot chick.
the hot chick, yeah.
He's actually got a new one coming out, actually,
Uh-oh.
Jack Black. Just saw, something was on TV about it.
Did you come and plug?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I
Yep.
did.
Or something to that effect. Because you sound very distant all of a sudden.
Your mic got pulled down. Your clip's there, but your mic's probably down. Okay. So one of the next things we're going to talk about, and which I find very cool, is the Harry Potter Wizards Unite. It's a mobile game adventure inspired by J.K. Rowling's.
Wow.
Now, similar to the Pokemon Go.
Kind of, yes.
Which one is this?
Unite. I think
Unite?
this- I think
Wizards
this-
Unite? Yes.
So-
Wizards Unite is the one that's like
Yep.
Pokemon Go. It's
So
gonna
if
be
you
like
go to
Harry
the
Potter Go.
website, HarryPotterWizardsUnite.com,
It's this one.
there, you get to sign up, and they let you know when it's going to be out. So it's like Pokemon Go.
Yes, but
Yeah.
will it be free like Pokemon Go?
It's supposed to be. It's the
It's
same.
supposed to-
Yeah,
it's
it's
Niantic as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
Niantic's the ones
All right,
releasing
so it's
it.
not going, they're not going to, hey, come sign up, and then, oh, it's here, but now it's $9.99 to play.
Right.
I wonder if it's going to have all the
Hopefully
server
not.
issues that Pokemon Go had that literally killed Pokemon Go.
Oh, really?
Pokemon
yeah.
Go's not dead.
It went from
I don't know.
a
I didn't see
ridiculous amount of
nobody at
players
Sims
to
Park playing
sub
it
a million.
anymore.
Wow.
Sub $1 million.
It
That's
went from
crazy.
it went from 100 or like over 100 million to sub a million.
That's, yeah, I
You lost
remember.
like 90% of your player base. Yeah, no, you pretty much killed your own game with that.
Because it says
servers.
Harry Potter Wizards Unite uses a state-of-art augmented reality technology to reveal the magic all around us, explore the real-world neighborhoods and cities, to discover mysterious artifacts, learn to cast spells, and encounter legendary beasts and iconic characters along the way.
That
So
would probably be really fun.
when they
It's gonna
start
be
talking
neat.
about augmented reality, are they talking about you got to wear virtual goggles and stuff?
That's
no,
what I
I
would
think it's because I've never played
Augmented
Pokemon
reality
Go,
is the same
so
way as Pokemon Go. Yeah, I was saying
right, you
your
hold
camera.
it up, and in your
Oh.
camera on your screen,
I've got that
like,
for dinosaurs.
You're in the park,
Yeah.
and and you see something different, like
I never
you
did
see
go.
Diagon Alley or one of the houses
The only
or
problem with that
Hogwarts.
is not all phones have that. Like when I did Pokemon Go, my phone didn't have that augmented reality
Right.
part where I could put it on my camera.
With how
because
bad,
it didn't support it.
I was saying with
So-
how bad the battery was on a lot of phones. Like for them, my
Right.
phone died almost instantly
Yeah.
from it. I had to turn all that off just to keep my phone's battery alive a little longer.
Right.
So unless they really change that, that would be
And
a
I don't
problem.
know if there's a way to. I think it's just going to be you have to have a better phone and like a battery backup hooked
Yeah,
up to it.
That's what I saw. I saw a bunch of people. They were all tethered.
Yeah.
They were always tethered. It's like, okay.
I was a huge Pokemon fan, so I downloaded it, and I was super, super disappointed with the fact that you can only play the game sometimes, and a lot of stuff just didn't work properly.
Yeah, but when we were- when-
the fact that it's the same company doing it, if the mistake, because I'm not nearly as big as a Harry Potter fan, so if it's the same way and it feels just as bad, I'll delete this one even quicker.
But what I thought was really cool was when the big Pokemon go thing was huge. You would go to Disney and you would see like groups of people, not even like riding. They would just be like walking around aimlessly because they were playing the game in the park. So, So I think that
Brother, they had people down in Sims Park.
I know.
And
Sims Park
that
used
walked
to be
into the water.
It was crazy. I mean,
Did
that
they
was
really?
like,
They walked into the river?
Oh no, yeah, they literally
into the
just
river.
walked.
I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
that
There's
is
water
awesome.
there.
but there's a whatever in the water. It's like, okay, then
There's
go be
there-
ridiculous.
Get a boat.
there is because the way the algorithm works for that one, the rare Pokemon spawned where more people were.
But I think it'll be
Right.
cool at Universal. You'll be able to play it in Harry Potter at Universal.
It would be really cool
That would be
if
kinda
they
cool.
can join forces and use that.
Well, they probably will because,
I'm sure
like
they
I said, it's based on the map. So I mean,
Right.
You know,
I was
you
thinking-
could do it at Universal, and Pokemon had nothing to do. I mean, Disney.
You could,
Right.
do it, you could do it Universal.
I know,
too.
but what I'm saying is, Pokemon had nothing to do with
It's
Disney,
a-
and you were able to play that
Right.
there.
About to actually. Nintendo is getting a spot in Islands Adventure.
Right? Yeah.
So
they are.
soon you will be able to play Pokemon while looking at Pokemon.
That's
Are
cool.
they Nintendo? Are they owned by Nintendo?
Pokemon, yeah, it's owned by
Oh,
Game
okay.
Freak. Game Freak is owned by Nintendo.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good.
That's interesting.
Didn't know that.
I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for
That'll be
it.
kind of cool. Yeah.
I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I am so friggin' excited for this. I can't even handle it. When the newest
More
book
than
came
Doctor
out,
Who.
I've liked Harry Potter longer.
Okay.
I started reading the first books in middle school, so I've been a fan longer. I've been a fan since the books, before the movies, before any of it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about,
Yeah.
we're going to stay in the Harry Potter world.
Yeah.
Dylan's going to play a little promo real quick, and we'll watch this real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. Surprise!
Right? Hey!
Did surprise me.
That's cool.
I am so excited for
It
that.
looks like it reminds me
Yeah.
of RuneScape a little bit. The
It's
whole
gonna
like
be
walk around the castle, level
pretty
stuff
cool.
up, level skills up, and whatnot. And
It looks neat, and this is going to happen prior to Harry Potter being in the school.
Right.
So it's everything that you know as a Harry Potter fan is separate. It happens in the future so far as this game is concerned. But both of these games are just, hey, in 2018. No month, no season, just a year.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, at some point. Probably going to happen in December.
Okay.
Harry Potter books used to come out in July, and then the movies would come out in December. So maybe one of them's going to come out in July and one of them's going to come out in December. Follow along the same lines as how they have before.
Mama Tech said that. Here's the news, and she's
see
the reason
that.
she liked you.
It is awesome. Harry Potter's the best.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
And his birthday's in July, and my birthday's in July.
Oh, there you go.
You're almost twins.
Right?
Twinsies.
Wow.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's, so that was our update for Harry Potter.
So when we know more, we will update you guys
So
because it's
there's a
super cool.
place that Jeff, let's talk about this real quick. Jeff.
Yeah.
There's a place Jeff was talking about over in, and
gonna-
I don't know these people,
I've never been there.
Never been there.
I'm
Zephyr
on their
Hills.
page. I follow their page.
called the Mad Dragon
Yeah.
Studio.
It looks
I like
really
them
cool.
already because they have dragon in their name.
And they have wands, and they have the
Yeah.
floating candles,
cool.
and they have all kind of stuff. So Jeff is going to reach out to him.
Yeah, we're gonna give them a shout out
And see if we can do,
maybe
yep.
do
Cool.
a remote over there, or go
Exactly.
check them out. And
Or at least go over and do an interview. You know,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
And then also Jeff's going to check out with his best friends
you know what? You need to stop.
and zippity zip,
Stop.
and we can see if we can do a live remote from over there, or at least
That would be cool.
That'd be kind of cool. We might have to do it like one night when
Yeah.
they're not busy, and we'll just do it over there. You know,
Right.
Do it, and then we'll just play that episode, or we'll play excerpts of
That would be
episode.
cool because their
That'd be cool.
speakeasy room looks super
So
awesome.
what's a speakeasy?
And it is not open
speakeasy?
to the public.
you actually
It's
not know
not
what a
open to the
speakeasy is,
public
or-
all the time either. I think.
Right,
Yeah,
you have
I
to book
definitely
it.
know what
You
it
do.
is.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
what
a
I'm saying.
VIP room.
Yeah,
Well,
and that's
originally it was in the
awesome.
1920s, and
Right.
it was
I mean,
a
that's
legal
what it
bar.
was anyways.
Behind
yeah.
Yeah, it was
With a
during the
secret
Prohibition. It
password
was
and stuff
secret.
like that.
behind bookshelves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
Yeah, I love movies set in that
Oh, they
era.
close at 6 p.m. So we'd only
Mad Dragon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'd only be able to do it.
You mean the
Well, you'd
speak?
have
You
to
mean
go on the
the of course the front.
Mad
is
Dragon
closed.
Studio.
No, the studio, not the bar.
Yeah,
That's what
It's
I'm
kind
saying.
of
Yeah, there you go.
it's got some
Speakeasy's
cool
open.
stuff over there. So, but you know,
we'll give them.
Speakeasy's
we'll definitely
separate from the
we'll reach
studio.
out. We'll have someone reach out to them
Yeah.
because
Thank
they're
you.
really good friends
You're
with us.
separate from the studio.
I love doing that. It's so much fun. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so
I
Dylan,
missed what he talked about.
Dylan's
That's
got
okay.
some game footage for
I
us.
do. I went and
Awesome.
played a video game.
Very
and
cool.
it was a lot of fun, but
Wait,
I'm having
Like he doesn't play video
You played
games.
a
Like-
video game?
Yeah, I know.
And
Right?
that
Come
was so
on.
hard on you.
Stop.
And you know that was forced. We forced him to
Oh,
do
yeah,
that.
it-
I
had to
love
twist
Really,
his
I
arm.
have to
game.
play one? Come
Okay,
on.
so because this is my footage, Bandai can't yell at me for this.
That's
so,
right.
There you go.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
What
show.
game is it?
So there's no audio to this. So you're gonna talk. It's called Dragon Ball Fighter Z. So we for the last goodness a lot of years now since the PlayStation 1, we've had Dragon Ball fighting games that were this weird 3-dimensional style. You could fly around, do combos on each other. But now they decided to make it like an original side scroller because that allows them to be made for competition. So this is the lobby. I love the lobby. You run around as a little character, and then this is the game. So it's side scroller, but it's considered what's called 2.5D, which is 2.5 dimensions, which means it has a third dimension to it, but it's not. It's still just the side scrolling. You cannot move in that direction. The 0.5 is purely there for your assist characters that can step in. So it is based off a game called Guilty Gear. It's very Guilty Gear-esque, which is where the 2.5D comes from. And it's very combo and hyper-reliant, as well as you punish mobility. It's an anime fighter. For those of you who watch the show and know what an anime fighter is, I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you can see it right here. It's very combo-reliant, and you have to mix up your combos as well as time your blocks, your dashes, and punish mobility to the best of your ability.
This looks like a button mashing game.
Button masher.
it is
That's how I
not-
play that game.
They hate it when you button mash.
Well, the thing is in this game you can get punished very hard for button mashing
What?
because it gives you
Very hard.
It gives you basic combos. It gives you what we call single button combos, which means hitting square 4 times in a row will actually do something very, very useful. Just know the people that actually know the game will not use that combo and will probably do a lot more damage and be able to sustain a combo a lot longer. Whereas you'll see me here, I mix up my stuff. I mix a few times up and then I mess up. Oh yeah, I love this.
Which
clip
one are you?
specifically.
Are you the?
I am the pink one.
What is that?
It's Boo. He is quite literally the only way to describe him is he's a ball. He is a glob of pure evil. He's not a creation. I'm not gonna go into the lore of each character though. So it has this is just the beta. The official game doesn't come out until next week, next Thursday to be specific. Which I will have footage of the full game as well because I'm sure there's going to be changes and whatnot that I'll go over and
More
explain.
characters.
Hopefully Dylan
like
can
that.
actually grab my laptop, which I think he can. So as soon as he's done talking about this, I have something to stay on this very same subject.
Really, with Fighter Z?
Yep.
Interesting. Point being, this game was fantastic. So I've got 2 matches, and I do a few fancy things that I wanted to show off. I don't actually remember if I win or lose here. I think I clutched this one. I do. I know exactly what happens now. Yeah, I'm good at video games. I'm good at fighting games, kind of.
My thumb
Boom.
gets sore from
KO.
button mashing, and then I get
I drive my
irritated?
kids insane. They're like, "All you're doing is button mashing. I'm not playing." They slam it down.
Hey,
You
if
drive-
it works, it works.
You drive Cage insane. I get what's called perfects on you, or flawless victories because we play Mortal Kombat. Don't worry, I'll get upset when you win a match, or at least get a hit on me.
My
But
sister.
until then,
Oh well, so now we're gonna record this because I just got a challenge. I heard a challenge.
I
You get-
did hear
I
that.
heard challenge.
boom.
I heard
another one.
challenge.
I mean, you can challenge all you want. I have Jeff, Angelina, and Cage as my witnesses, and Dylan and Minch. All
That's
as my
okay,
witness,
but
my
you know what?
multiple flawless
Now,
victories
now
against
that I've been called out, I might just
Right.
give a practice of me.
you can try, especially when I've been sitting here practicing this. It's going to be a little different because Mortal Kombat. Now that's the thing. Mortal Kombat definitely plays different than a lot of these fighting games because Mortal Kombat bases themselves around juggling, corner stomping. Whereas this one's kind of you want to combo yourself into your hypers, which Mortal Kombat hasn't had to worry about until right around when 9 came out, because 9 introduced the hyper meter, which is also your X-ray, which is your 3-level hyper, level 1 hypers, the same things. Which Guilty Gear fans, Persona fans, Tekken fans, I'm sorry, not Tekken, Street Fighter fans, they all understood how hyper meter works.
Now, what system is this? Are these on? Is this game on?
The beta specifically was there for. I missed my command grab. I'm upset. That one bothered me a lot. I was a little angry during the recording, by the way.
PlayStation.
It came out PlayStation, Xbox One, but the full game is PlayStation, Xbox One, and the PC. PC
Okay.
did not get the beta, which was a little annoying, but
I mean, the graphics on this look really stupid good.
they are.
Like,
This game is
I mean,
gorgeous.
it
Like the
looks
colors,
like
vibrant.
It looks like I'm watching a cartoon.
Yeah, it's vibrant, it's colorful, and the thing is the characters have a third dimension. As you can see, the camera turns there, and it has a third dimension to them, so it's not a traditional 2D fighter.
Right.
Which was super, super unique. You see, I'm just playing this guy in the corner, boom. And then my hyper. This is another thing unique to the, which is very show accurate, is a lot of these characters have the ability, they're like so strong, they can just blow the planet up. As you see here, I just created a massive crater that took out about a continent.
That thing looks like a baby, like a creepy baby with muscles.
Yeah.
Well, his name is Kid Buu. And he and that guy right there, the hairless
Egyptian-looking
cat.
thing.
Yes.
They hate each other.
No, they respect each other to a ridiculous amount because that
Because
is
they're
the god
both
of
hairless?
destruction. Well, kind of. That's the god of destruction, Beerus. He's super funny. He is kind of a flat out asshole, to be completely honest with you, but I love it. I get slapped by this. That's half my health bar gone.
Are you playing
someone got
against somebody or
killed.
the computer?
No, this is against somebody. There was no lab. There was no training mode for the beta. This was just get on and play. So there was a small tutorial, and the tutorial showed you how to use some of the characters, but the characters that I'm playing were characters that were not included in the tutorial. Because I love these characters from the series, and as well as I really wanted to learn them for when the actual game comes out. So I'm like, all right, I've got to play them
When does the actual game come out
Next-
for all those that want to?
next Thursday.
There you
on
go.
The 25th
Maybe I'll bring
of
the
January.
PlayStation in, and
Oh,
we'll all
that'd be
play.
cool.
Well, that's $60, which is my
It's all right.
only-
Jess said he'd take care of it.
Yeah, because
think-
I'll be able to play it on mine that I don't own. So
I
yeah.
think that is my only gripe with the game. It is a full $60 game, but after playing the beta, I have no issues with that anymore.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Because not only are the character selections that we're getting great, but as well as the DLC characters that are not, that only a few of them have been announced. The DLC characters look so much fun.
Hi, Molly.
And it's sticking with the show too. The
Oh,
show,
what's up, Nathaniel?
Oh, I get another destructive finish here. Man, I love this game so much. And then yet another crater in the planet. Because,
But in the same spot.
No,
All right.
outside.
So did you grab my laptop?
No, I'm stuck.
Go find it.
I was explaining stuff.
Okay, because speaking of Dragon Ball Z, right? Adidas has come out with.
Yeah, actually,
Adidas is releasing 8 complete Adidas X Dragon Ball Z collection shoes.
And I'm going to be
That's kinda
completely
cool.
honest
That is
with everyone.
so
Are you going to own all of them?
No, they look like garbage.
yeah, here's a Son Goku if he can actually bring my laptop up.
I brought Google Chrome up because for some reason your laptop. Oh, you have to stop watching the stream. There you
Okay.
go. So, is that Goku's official?
Yeah, that's Son Goku with the Adidas DX500 RM.
Oh, that is
Son
hideous.
Goku is the main
Okay.
character, by the way. Oh
All right,
man.
so and
there's-
here is
Frieza's?
Frieza's right?
Oh god.
And here is
Oh my
Son
gosh.
Gohan.
Gohan's is the all right. I like Gohan's. I like the purple. That looks awesome.
Okay.
And here is Cell's.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
So ugly.
Cell is such a cool character, but they chose like the most awful way to
Here is
display
Vegeta,
Vegeta.
whatever.
Fajita?
Fajita. Tahada. Let's call the whole thing off. Anyway, and here is Majin Buu.
There's Kid Boos. I'm buying those. I already know I am. I'm ready for
Those
it.
are so ugly.
Yep,
Yeah.
I know.
They're brutal.
And here is Xinglong Shenron.
Yeah, Shenron.
Wow.
Oh, that's worse.
Those
And
ones
here
aren't
is
too
Super
bad.
Shenron.
Super
Shenron.
Shenron won't get bought because he's from GT. No one likes him. But that one, I think, is both.
Well,
of
now that
Shenrons,
now that he said that, I'm gonna buy that one.
the gray and the green, believe it or
saying.
not, I actually like those ones.
That's it. So that was those.
Those are hideous.
Yeah, how about
Yeah.
that?
Those are
huh?
super
And
hideous.
what do they cost?
There's no
No price yet.
No official price yet,
That
but-
means they're going to be
Too
ridiculous.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to buy them resale, and resale is where you're gonna catch you because Adidas is already saying mid-price range at most like $80.
That's crazy.
Well, you pay that
That's
you pay
standard
you
for
pay that for
Adidas.
shoes nowadays.
Yeah, but for good-looking ones.
Yeah.
I mean, not
No,
for...
you can buy
For
ugly shoes for
functional.
$80. And well, these
You
shoes
buy
are
some
functional.
really ugly shoes.
Hey,
for
I
$120.
bought shoes for $80, and my wife goes, "Hey, did you get a helmet with those?"
Yes, yes, she did. The
I'm
thing is,
like, I like these shoes.
these shoes absolutely are disgusting looking. I'll be
They're
the first to
horrible.
admit
Yeah,
that.
they're super hideous.
I am gonna end up buying the Majin Buu ones, the pink ones, because that is my favorite character from the entire series. And
Even
I'm
though
not
they're
gonna,
hideous.
I'm not gonna wear them. They're gonna sit. I have a figure. I have a figure of each one of them, an action figure of it, and I'm gonna put the shoe next to the action figure. So I completed my set of Majin Buus.
Okay.
Majin Buus.
But
You know what he got for Christmas, right? Santa Claus brought him the little the 8 balls or 7 balls or whatever.
the Dragon Balls.
oh, okay.
I can make one wish now, according to Shenron, which is a giant dragon that grants wishes.
And how's that work for you?
I have to go find a mountain. I'm not about to summon a dragon to a mountain because our country's already in enough turmoil.
Hey
as it is.
Dylan, are we on the front page?
Yes, I can look over and see you guys. Everyone wave to the front page here, waving at me.
Hey.
Yeah, I see you all waving at me. Hi. It's just not loading very fast.
All right, it's killing
All
me.
right.
I love our internet sometimes. It's great. Ultimately the game was fun. I'm gonna pick it up, play a lot
That's
more of it.
interesting. But it looks like a button masher game.
Yeah.
And
it
that's
does.
and I it's once again, as I said, it's a game that punishes button mashing because if you know combos, you're gonna be fine. Now it is.
Well, like
it's
my button mashing is not the same button over and over again. It's like
Well,
How mine is, once I find one that works,
Yeah,
I use
exactly.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is
Yeah,
in that
that's
game, it tries to help you out. It helps newer players to fighting games going, yes, using the square button 4 times in a row does something very, very good.
right.
It's not perfect, but it'll get you pretty far.
It's still
But I was saying,
an attack.
I would say as you learn, you'll learn. Okay, if I don't hit it 4 times, I hit it 3 times, and then put in an input. I can do something else that'll let me extend it a little longer, get a little more damage off.
Right.
Because that's the style of fighting games is just try and get as much damage before the combo ends.
Right.
Because you can't infinitely combo somebody. That would make it unfun for the other person. Because as soon as you get caught in the combo, you may as well put your controller down and be like, "Well, I'm done here." But the fact that there's counterplay to the game, and as well as you can work yourself in and out of combos, you just want to try and string it along as much as possible so you can put them into a kill zone and end up wiping their characters.
Sure, what he said.
Right? Yeah, I totally understood.
Totally understood
all
everything
of that.
about
I follow you.
Totally
Everyone who
got
plays
this.
fighting games at all in the chat knew what I was just saying, and I'm pretty sure even most people who have just barely played fighting games still had a pretty good understanding of hit people until die.
Well, button
Which
mashing.
would mean button mashing.
Button mashing.
And if button mashing is your way of going, then don't expect victories. But
right?
It's kind of like those that play
Yeah.
Madden when they just do
and run the
nothing but
same
throw.
play. I would say the
They
same
just
play
throw
over
the
and over
entire
and over
time
again.
instead of running. They just throw because
Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood those games. I couldn't do those.
Are you trying to make fun of me?
I'm just saying.
So we have about 3 minutes left.
Okay.
So, well, then I would like
Why
to,
do you get to use the 3 minutes?
start because
Do you
I
have a topic?
can.
I don't, but I'm just
Because,
I
because
do.
she messaged me throughout the week with topics.
I did. So I'm going to start with this, that I want to talk more about female nerd stuff. And there's actually a lot of cosmetic companies out there that cater to lady nerds. And one of them that I think is super awesome is called Espionage Cosmetics, and they sell nail wraps, which are similar to Jamberry. I don't know if they go on the same as Jamberry, but they're really cool. They've got Doctor Who, and they've got Sherlock, and other like anime stuff that I don't get. And they have makeup palettes, like eyeshadow palettes that are shaped like video game cartridges, old style Nintendo video game cartridges, and then you open it up and it's got all the makeup in there. It's pretty cool. And the amount of wraps that they have is incredible, and they don't even touch the price of Jamberries. They have ones on sale for $3.
Yeah, the nailed it. It's
They nailed
unfortunately
it.
it's a mobile picture, so it's a little hard to see, but I do have an image of that.
And they are really cool. And most of them are not officially licensed, so they're using images that are similar. They have some really weird Ninja Turtles and
Yeah, so you have
Just
3
all of
Ninja
it.
Turtles instead of 4.
right.
Now,
And
is
they're
this
a
an
little bit
online
different.
type thing, or is it? Are they? Sold
It's
in
online.
Stores?
It's online. It's Espionage Cosmetics. They have a monthly box that's really cool.
Everybody's
And you
got
can
a
get
box.
different nail wraps, and you get exclusive ones. So I am going to
Polishing.
try to bring, a new company every week that has cool lady nerd stuff that's not just the Marvel, her universe, and the mainstream stuff.
And,
Some
it's
of
not,
the-
they're not all just tight T-shirts.
exactly. Yes, there is cool lady nerd stuff that's not just
Not that we don't mind the tight T-shirts.
right?
I'm just saying
More than
there's
the
more than
sex
that.
sells.
Right.
Exactly. Sex isn't the only thing that sells.
Well,
It helps.
you're right. If it's nerdy or geeky stuff, it sells.
Right.
I'd say
It's a
Dragon Ball
niche
Z
market.
has very, very little sexual content in it at all,
And it all sells well.
and it sells. And those
well, it
shoes
sells
are
to
gonna.
12-year-old boys.
I'm 22. Thank you.
Again, it's 22 but 12.
On the inside.
I wasn't going to say
I'll
that,
have you
but-
know,
I'll say it.
their fan base is massive,
Oh, it is. It
as
is
well
super
as
massive.
it's not maybe.
Oh,
most of
let me
the
tell you something. We've been over to Disney and when you were going to Japan.
Actually, we don't have time for this.
Okay.
So, guys, this
So we'll
is
continue
Nerd Talk.
next week.
we'll see everybody next
Bye.
week.
Bye.
They went a little early. I'm Cytokins. That's Boss Tech. We have to be
Lexiconfetti.
named.
I have no name.
Yes, he still has no name.
We still need a name.
And when's the deadline?
Slip and slide by the
By
first
the end
week
of the month.
First
February.
week of February.
All right, bye,
Whoever comes up,
everyone.
bye.